What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back. We have another Instagram Live today with GIA, a guitarist from Massachusetts, just around the corner, a couple hours actually from me. Also one in Devil in the Mist. They just got signed this summer, I believe, and she's working with Metal Coffee going on. So we're gonna have them on board here in a minute. How you guys doing today? Welcome. We're going to have a few more interviews. I'm going to have two of my old producers coming on here too pretty soon. Catch out New York State Music, okay? I'm going to be doing interviews for them coming up with artists all across New York, so that'll be cool. That'll be a good time. How you doing, Trey? Trey. What's up, Aaron? How you doing? Hey. How you doing? You guys ready for some rock and roll today? I think we're going to get a little tour of the setup. Killer guitar setup. Alright, let me see here. Hey, what's up, Missy? Sherry, what's up? Brenda, how you doing? We got another interview today. I don't know if I can send this. Let's see. Hey, Brennan, what's up? Brennan, what's up, man? All right. Hey, what's up? Oh yeah. Not sure what that is. Hey, Caitlin, what's up? So everybody out there, thanks very much for supporting. We'll probably be coming to the end to season 1 of my interviews on here because I'll have New York State interviews, and but don't fret, I'll be back and we'll have some of the same guests, some new guests on, and we'll go from there. Rainy here in Florida. Yeah, it's a little rainy. All right. In the building. I gotta find you here. Weird part that's on the phone here. Send me requests to join the video if you can. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. Request coming right. You guys like Johnny Cash? Got Johnny Cash. Folsom Prison. Right, you made it.
Yeah, I couldn't see the, I saw your request. I couldn't request, but yeah, I'm here. I changed too, see?
Nice.
So, how you doing?
Pretty good. All things considering, you know, what's went on this year. The big dump for 2020.
Yeah, it's been rough, yeah, for a lot of people, I guess. Yeah, I mean, everybody. Well, I mean, it's depends on what you're in, I guess, what your business is. You know,
Yeah.
people have done well and other people have not. But I think one thing's clear, that the internet has changed the whole world. I don't think if it wasn't for the internet, everything would be shut down. We wouldn't even be doing this. So.
No, we wouldn't probably know much what's going on, you know. I remember in the local papers when they used to announce like movies and stuff coming to the theaters, or even like albums. That's like retro marketing.
Going on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, whatever, you know, news, Google.
Yeah.
And it's there. So.
Yep. So what have you been doing to keep busy the past couple months? I know you're in Devil in the Mist. Now you guys got signed this year?
Yeah, July, end of July. We got Devil in the Mist got signed by Slip Trick Records, and then
nice
solo instrumental thing, GIA got signed like a week later because I guess they liked both. So they both signed, and then this whole year, believe it or not, I mean, and I hate to say this because I know a lot of people have lost, you know, family members, friends, but this year, for some reason, for me, with music, it's been like unbelievable. And I hate, you know, knock on wood, they call that, you know. But
yeah.
Because I set myself up too over the years with the internet, so I was already there as far as being like online. So shows didn't really matter as much for me, even though I did them.
Yeah.
So if shows went down, I still had the following, and then the videos out, and just what I've been doing marketing, and then obviously the label, and now but that again, that's all like me busting myself for years online since like 2000
Yeah.
to build my stuff, which a lot of people don't do because they don't have the time, and it gets boring and it takes away from the music. So
it does. It does. I'm in the same boat. I know what's going on there.
So I'm on there going, and I fall asleep or whatever. I'm just like, my whole night goes by. But apparently it's paid off in that end. I get a lot of, YouTube, all this. So
Yeah.
I just hope I don't lose all my sites the way Facebook and all this stuff, all the censoring they're doing. That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah.
Wake up, your page is gone.
Well, what it is I've ran across it is every time you do a cover song, there's a copyright strike. So I think as long as you do all of your original music and it's not at a live music venue or something, I think that's going to be okay. Because there's a thing where you can sell tickets right now right through Facebook. So they want to make money that way.
That's true.
So it's kind of like, what are they doing? But you can't throw in like even though I did a cover of Purple Haze, I released it, but I can't play it because it'll get a strike from whoever owns it.
But they were cutting down on the copyright stuff for years. I think they were doing that for the artists, like me and you. So in a way, I'm glad they're doing that because it kind of protects the music we do, our own writings. Because when I copyright my own stuff, they really scrutinized me, and they messed up a couple times, and they have to go back and do it. They think someone else. I'm like, you guys have messed up.
Oh, okay.
They have an automated system going on because I had something copyrighted, and they came back. It was someone else. And I'm like, no, you guys made a mistake. And then they realized that, and they're gonna cover it and do it again. And so I think YouTube's doing the same thing. When you post a video, you have to go through this whole thing. If you want to use like their advertising, they have a computer go through it, and if they find these what do they call them? Algorithms or something? You know what I mean?
The algorithms, yeah.
Yeah. And if they don't like it, doesn't come up right, they say the video. I'm like, what are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with the video. They're looking for all these specific things like blood, sex. I mean, but there's nothing there. Like that's why we're doing two versions of the new music video. One does have a crazy murder scene, another one won't. Because I'm not even going to attempt to try to get that thing. I'm just going to link it up with the PG rated video, because the R rated, forget it. I mean, I'm not even bother. Someone's getting their throat sliced with blood. I'm like, no way. That's like, you can't even.
Well, I mean, what it is they want to rate it for audience. What I notice now is everything is this video kid friendly?
Yeah.
Is this they want to know? So I think as long as you mark it as that, and then if it gets tagged at that, like I've had it where your video is blocked in Germany for some reason because of
Russia. They like all of a sudden your video doesn't. It's like, and they give you a stupid reason. So I'm like, well, take Russia out of it then. I don't want to even send my video to Russia then.
Yeah.
And then, like 5-6 years ago, when I put video, like my first video, I had no problem. Like YouTube has gotten more stricter, and Facebook, and probably
and you have to claim the rights to your own song, to your own video. Every time I upload or do a little something on guitar, I have to do that every time. I got to dispute it, and then they clear it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but your new video is the Ladder out with it's just a guitar instrumental, rock metal.
Yeah, that came out. I released that November 21st, 2019. That was the last one. That was with the solo project. The new one came out October 23rd with Slip Trick called Mercy. That's with Devil in the Mist. And that's the one my singer wanted to do a murder scene, which I said, that's not going to. So I said, we're going to have to do two versions. One that's totally clean and no one's going to bother us. The other one, say, well, if you want to see the unedited version, check this out. And I'll just link it. But that's the one that's going to be released coming the end of October. So October 23rd. And they're going to do a video release with the lyrics. That's what they do. And then they're going to put that up. And then they've been really unbelievable that they have this marketing thing. They've been really cool, but you have to get the stuff done. So,
Yeah. You're still with Metal Coffee? You use those guys too?
Yeah, he's my manager, Wes. So he's managed.
Okay.
And then, that helped that he helped with the label get us, he works with them, I guess, so does work with them and various others. So he sent my stuff to them because I noticed the problem with the this is with everything. But if you notice, you probably ran through this too. it's the same thing with endorsements. I mean, most of my endorsements I got on my own, but lately,
Yeah.
like I'm trying to get Jackson, and we're gonna do it after this video comes out. And I sent Jackson my stuff like twice. The second time they responded back, and I said, if we're interested, the problem is if the artists like me and you send my stuff to them, and they look at it like, oh, you're not professional. You don't have
Yeah.
representation. You don't have a manager. You don't have a label. You don't have an agent, a lawyer. You know what I mean? So they kind of sometimes some companies don't do that. Like some companies like, oh, like Emperor Cabs. I didn't even ask them. They just did it. They put me on their site. Coffin Case.
Yeah.
Right away. But it depends on the artist relation person. I think the same thing with the labels. If they don't like you or anything about you, they don't even want, even if you're really good, they don't care. Like for some reason, it depends on that person that's looking at you.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of times it's the manager, whoever, that throws it over.
Yeah.
You know, they're like, we don't want to talk to the artist, even though we want to sign that artist, but we're just going to talk to you the whole time.
And if I had a problem with I still have a problem with this guy. I shouldn't even say it, but I might as well say it. Floyd Rose. That guy, for some reason, I don't know what his problem is. He just like, I never had a problem like that. Like it's like you're trying to. I'm trying to like get a loan for $1 million or something. The way he's acting with it, like, oh, how do you know? It's like, forget it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna give me that much of a problem, like, forget it. And Wes
Yeah.
involved, and he even did it to him. And Wes is not finished with them yet. He's gonna find. I said, whatever you can, but like, I don't care about that one, because if he's gonna pull that, it gets to a point where like, you know, something, it's not worth it. I don't need it. I mean,
Yeah.
I figured I'd get that because all my guitars, almost all of them have Floyd Rose. They would be good, and I'm left-handed, and I can get the parts. But if you're gonna do that, it's like, you know, I'll just go through a guitar endorsement like Viper. I can get it through him, or if Jackson, if I get that, you know. And
Yeah.
I can get that because the parts wear out, and you know, I like to replace them and find a place. I can't find a place to get them. I have to like order them. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough. Everything is. I'm still waiting. I'm an ESP guy, but I'm not endorsed by them yet. But I've got one that's back ordered for like 2 months now. I've been waiting for.
You're trying to get
them.
Yeah. I would go with them. The problem is I have one ESP, a 7-string. I have 4 custom shop Jacksons and 2 custom Fenders because Fender owns Jackson. So I'm like,
yeah, you might as well.
Yeah, I've been using Jackson for so long, and they're all in my videos. I mean, I don't see why. And I have now the label, the manager, the other endorsements. I'm like, the fan. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't. I see them endorsing people that don't have anything. I notice, you know, it's like they get. But like Wes says, I think it's paid endorsements. Someone's paying for that.
Yeah, maybe a little different.
I think it's a little.
I did have a Jackson. Right now I have an ESP, but it's a Jackson body, so it's basically the same exact thing, but it's got the EMG pickups in it too.
They put the. I mean, that's one thing. I was never a big fan of EMG. I mean, depends on the song. I like Seymour.
Yeah, really Metallica-ish. Yeah. I love it.
Well, the Seymour, I like the real warm tone sound of
okay.
that. So, I mean, EMG, I have one with EMG, a Spector at 8-string. I don't like.
Why don't you give us a little tour of the guitars and stuff you got going on?
I got 22 of them.
There you go.
Well, I've
got like 9, but
I can give you. I think I can switch this, right? Can I switch this over the?
Yeah, I think it's that little dot. Yeah, there you go. Okay,
so this is my home studio. Now, this is my dog, Franco. He's everywhere with me, but this is my, I got Pro Tools HD, so I have to do all this, and I do all my guitars here. I got a top board that's been modded.
Is that warm audio or universal audio you got on the other side?
That's a universal audio, yep, that's a preamp.
Yeah, I've seen those online. Those are sick.
Yeah, and I got the Apogee converter with it, and then I got Neve preamps right here from and then I got this board that's been modded with Neve. I forget Neve something, but it's a real board. And I do all my guitars, and she does her vocals. I have my singer come up, Katie. She does all the vocals in my room. My room's huge. I'll show you that in a minute. So these are the two amps I just got back. They're the two 1980s amps, Marshall JCMs. They were messed up I had someone.
Those are the AC/DC ones. He uses 24 of those in live concerts at once.
Oh,
Angus Young.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah, yeah. You're right. These ones were really messed up because I had them modded, and I'm not gonna say who because I don't want to. The guy's just a hack, and he wouldn't.
Yeah.
So I had another guy do it that my engineer knows, and he fixed them for me. I'm getting one more fixed. So I've been using these. I got another Marshall here, JVM. This one sounds actually pretty good. It's like 2011, 2010.
Yep.
And I got the 5150. And then I got the ZT amps. I'm endorsed with these guys, and this is a really nice amp. I just got their new one. This is
Yeah, I've seen those.
yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those.
That has a really good sound to it. A nice clean sound. It's got the reverb on it. I like that amp. And I got the small original one that I if you want to go practice somewhere, you can just carry that around. It's really light. It's can do it. So
I've got a small Vox one that's like that. I got a bass and a guitar one.
yeah, Vox is really good. Yeah, I mean Vox. I have a Vox, but it's a bigger one. It's like I don't like the one they have other ones that are much better than the one I have. And this is my old studio that I'm going to get rid of. I don't know if you remember these 2480s.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's actually I upgraded this. I spent like $4,000 on it, and then I put in 1,000 of upgrades a long time ago. So I have to get all my old music off. I still need it for some backup stuff for the next next recording I'm doing. I need to lead parts I was doing. But then after that,
Yeah.
all the information off and put it on my Pro Tools because I did that with my old Pro Tools that I gave to my singer Katie. So I'm gonna probably end up selling that. But it's like mint. It's like I've taken really good care.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah. So that's the studio, and this is the place where I have her like stand right with us because I have like cathedral ceilings in this place. So it's
Yep.
pretty big. So this is like the whole studio that she sings out of, and it's like an apartment basically. And then I record my guitars actually. I made a guitar booth in here. Let me just put this on. I'll show you this.
It's a whole closet of guitars.
Yeah, that's the other closet. This is the closet of recording. See, so I soundproofed it, and I put like pads on it, and I put a rug.
Oh yeah, yeah, that works great.
Yeah, and I put the cab in there. And I have one cab, Avatar.
The ISO booths.
Yeah, ISO booth with the two mics, and yeah, and then what I do is I add some clothes. Obviously, I left the hanger because it actually helps with the sound. I can change the sound with that. And another amp, I'm endorsed with the Revv amps. So when I'm not using them, I store them in here. And yeah, this makes a big difference because I can put it loud. I can adjust the sound, and he'll probably.
What two mics do you have on there? You use Shure or?
Shure 57 and a Royer.
Okay, that's traditional.
Yeah, I'm gonna get an AKG eventually, but lately I've just been using this. I've been using the SM57. I haven't.
Yep.
I'm not gonna use it for the next. I gotta do the lead work on the next song, so I don't know. We'll see.
I had two from 2002. I sold one of them. I still have the other one, but I bought a Beta 57. The frequency response is a little better, and it's pretty good. But honestly, I use Cat Audio, their instrument mic, and it's like it's fatter. It's not as because 57s can sound kind of thin still.
That's what I mean. I like 57s, but my engineer's saying use the 57s, which I do, but I want to blare it with something else, like AKG or something. So
yeah, you need some girth.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna see. I mean, I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do with it. I can mix it with the Royer, but this is the thing. I want to know about the guitar section of it. Here it is.
Yeah.
So
Jesus.
Here's all the guitars. Like you can see. On here, there's like 23 of these, or 22 of them, and then when you just said you're waiting on a guitar, you said a ESP. I just got this one. This is the SITStrings Spector that I just picked up. When is it? June, I think I got this.
Are those from like years of collecting, or is that like recently?
Years of collecting, but recently I've been buying more of them. Like this one I just got. This is an 8-string Spector. So this is like.
Oh damn!
And I got this from Sweetwater, and I have to tell you, they do a really good job. I got the case from them. They set the guitar up. I mean, I reset it up a little for my end, but
yeah, I use them a lot. Aaron Rom, he's got me on speed dial.
Yeah. So this is like, this guitar, I have to admit, is really nice. I mean, I've always been a Schecter fan. I have 2 others in there. So this got it's sort of like Seymour style, Schecter's own pickups. So I like the way this sounds. I actually recorded a new song with this. I gave to my singer just to mess around, and the sound was really nice. And I was
very rock looking. I like the shredded kind of gray.
Yeah, like it's very. I like this guitar. I mean, I'm impressed. It's not a custom, but it's like the next step below it, I think. So
yeah, but it's all good. So yeah, are you influenced anything from the '80s? You gotta be.
Yeah, like, well, I started playing guitar because of Van Halen. So, but Van Halen,
okay.
Rhodes, Malmsteen, Steve Vai, Satriani, Jeff Beck from the '70s, Jimmy Page. There's so many guitar players I'm influenced by in bands, from Queen to Led Zeppelin from Elvis. I mean, I like stuff in the '50s. Yeah. I like the Bee Gees. I listen to a lot of pop music too, and I have a lot of acoustic music that I haven't even got to that we're gonna do. And I mean, right from Metallica to Maiden to Dio to, I mean, my range is like Alter Bridge, everything.
Yeah.
Cool. What's that guy that was big in the? He's not big anymore, but Chris Daughtry. I liked his music. He was pretty good. I mean, it's all different styles I'm into. So yeah, I was influenced by the '80s, the '90s, the '70s, the 2000s. Today's music, I mean, now it's like kind of a mix. I'm trying to like. The style I do is sort of like a mix of like grunge, metal, shred, alternative, some little punkish maybe. But like I haven't thrown everything out there yet. Like I have acoustic stuff, you know, jazzier stuff. I sometimes throw a little jazzier. People say I have a jazzier feel, but I don't even know. I'm not trying to do that. Maybe it just comes out. Like some people say, you sound like this. I'm like, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, it could be the warm, you know, tones that you like. You know, it could be the way you play and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, even the pickup. If you play in the middle pickup, it's going to be warmer sounding. You know.
I usually play. Believe it or not, I usually play in the high pickup, like the not the low end one, but like live, you have to play the low one.
Yep.
Bro, like when you do lead.
You still got the camera turns the other way.
Oh, that's right. So I was going to show you this guitar right here.
Oh, okay.
This is the 7-string. This is a custom shop. This is actually a Chris Broderick signature. I didn't know until I got it, but this is in the new video.
Oh, Megadeth? That's sick.
Yeah, this is like a custom shop. This is the custom shop Jackson. So
it's almost the same colors as the one I got. It's the same red like that, kind of a dark reddish.
It's really nice. Yeah, that's a real nice guitar. So that's my 7-string. I got a couple other 7-strings. An ESP. A Schecter.
Like this, it's almost the same exact color.
Oh, yeah, it's like the same thing. It's similar. Yeah.
Yeah. Just the other way. I use the fret wraps. I don't know if you use any of those, but you put them way up here.
But I see them. A lot of people use them. Yeah. I mean, but
they're nice. So let's talk about this new music video with the band and what kind of. So if it's murdering people, it's got to be pretty heavy because I know your singer screams and stuff too.
Well, she screams, but she's let me shut this light. She's a really good she can really sing. She's got a really good range and she's got different like styles. She does but the song that we're doing it's going to release. It's basically like it's a stalker. Someone's stalking me and her believe it, all our videos from this is for Devil in the Mist now. All right, stop you.
Yeah.
He's going crazy here. There's a video called Severed Ties, and that came out in 2016. Now, I end the video, going into my room. The next video is Somewhere, which is like a ballady type song, and that connects those 2 videos. The end of that song, the next video is Far Gone. That connects together. Then the end of Far Gone connects into Secret. So the end of Secret connects into Mercy. So the beginning of Woods because that's how I left off in Secret. And I got to write the description for Slip Trick. I come out of the woods, we did it in my backyard, and we sped it up. And I go on the computer, and I'm talking, and it shows the stalker who we could put a mask on, and we have some things on the video that says, you know, what are you wearing, blah blah blah, and I'm going like this, and that's how the song starts. And then he's doing the video, and he's doing it to Katie, and then I'm playing the guitar, and it's going back and forth. And then somewhere right around the solo section, I think in the middle, end of the solo, or the middle, he's doing that, but she comes out of nowhere with a knife and goes, you know.
Okay.
Blood. So
I was gonna say, is he like Michael Myers, where he's like hanging out outside looking in the window?
he's actually, I don't know. She just like pops out of nowhere, like in the video. She like appears. He's on the computer going this, and she comes out of nowhere. She must have found out in the video. We're assuming she found out where he is through the computer or whatever. But at the end, when that happens, it shows. We actually did it pretty good. It shows the blood, and then she throws like fake blood. So I said that's gonna get like squeezed on YouTube. And
yeah.
So I said we got to make an alternate. We can have a clean version. So that section is going to be just showing me playing the solo and maybe throwing in her or whatever, me doing the whammy bar, and that's it.
Yeah.
We can't.
You could always cut it quick. She goes to the throat, and then it cuts, and then he drops or something, you know?
Or she was thinking of putting a censor thing on there, like it shows a censored.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that could still get it.
If that'll work, we can try. I mean, if she does, I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I'm not. Would they ban it? I guess. I don't know. I don't think so. If it's blocking everything.
Are you a fan of horror movies then?
Some, yeah. I like horror movies. I sometimes laugh through them. Which ones?
Okay.
Do you like? Which ones do you like?
I like all the 80s. I say the classics, but the classics are, you know, Texas Chainsaw, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween, Friday the 13th.
Exorcist. That's another one.
The Exorcist, yeah. I like Jeepers Creepers, some of the later ones too. Scream, I know it did last summer.
All those. That was just on the other night, Jeepers Creepers. That's that boogeyman guy
Yeah, the guy with a hat. Yeah. I know, because I make horror movies. You know, I make fan films and stuff with some of these too. So
that's right.
I know them very well.
You know all about horror movies. Yeah.
Yeah, love it. I love to act and make stuff like that too. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's like, you know, like music's creative, very creative.
Oh yeah, it's fun. I like doing the music videos too. The problem is editing them. Like she's editing them. She's got this editing program.
That's what I say. It's a pain. I love to shoot them, but
shooting them is fun. I mean, we shoot them ourselves, and we have some other people help us because we got to be in them. But I mean, I actually had, like, this last one was a lot of work because we had to go. We have an empty building. My father's remodeling, so the video we were looking for another location. I'm like, we filmed the first video, 7 on this, but the building was not remodeled. It was like done, and we were on the roof filming. You probably saw that video. And this is the same building, but it's being remodeled, so now it looks totally different. So we filmed inside there, and some on the roof, and some in the cellar where the whole murder scene happened. So it looks really cool. It fits it. So
yeah,
you know, I think I always try to look for a location for each video to capture. I don't like just doing a video of a band playing. I like creating a story around, like a concept. That's what she wants to do. So each video, I try to do a concept, and the location's kind of important. Like the last video, Secret, the location was great. We went out in the Berkshires. We filmed at this hotel that looks like something out of Harry Potter, you know, and it was cool. And it was fun. And then the last video before that, we were in California, and then we filmed some of there. We filmed at Ralph's Diner in Worcester. We filmed some of it in here, I think. And
that's the fun part.
Yeah, it's the fun part. And somewhere we filmed up around my house here, up in the woods. There's a glacial place we filmed, like a big glacial rock, and there's all this wilderness we filmed in. It kind of fit in with the vibe of the song. So each song.
When you were in, I was gonna say, when you're in California, so everybody knows out there, you played the NAMM show twice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I played for the first time was in 2018, and it was my first time, and it was fun. There was a lot of people there, and then the second time I played for Viper Guitars. The third time I was supposed to do that this past January 2020, but I got the flu. Before this COVID thing came out, after I played a show up in think it was in Maine. I got really sick. I was like sick for 2 months, and I couldn't go to NAM. Thank God.
I say we all probably got it. We didn't even know about it because I got that same thing almost, I think.
Saying that, but I went to here's the thing with, I thought the same thing. So I got it in end of January, and it took me almost a month to get rid of it. It started going away, then it came back again. I got a fever, so I went to my doctor in February, the end of February, and that thing still wasn't big really. It was in China or something, and everyone was wearing masks in Boston then. And they tested me for the influenza. They did the influenza test, the flu test.
Yeah.
In fact, influenza type B. And I called my doctor up when the COVID thing was hitting in March. I said, "You think I had that?" And she said, "No, because I guess that's more contagious." But I don't know. I mean, they weren't testing. You might be right. I might have.
Yeah, I think it is because we all got it. I got it. My parents got it.
Got
A
it?
few people I know.
You got
Yeah, I
it?
couldn't sing for 3 months. I could not sing at all. I had 2 days in between or something like that where I was normal and fine. And I did these 4 videos of me playing. I called them the COVID originals or something like that.
I didn't know.
Literally the next day, my voice was gone, and then it came back, and I couldn't sing until I think May or something like that. I started singing again.
Did you go to the doctor? No.
No.
Did you get tested?
What?
Get tested though?
No, I didn't. No, because I didn't want to go, and I didn't want to. If I just had the flu, I didn't want to catch it. You know, I wasn't going to go to the doctor's office and stuff. Everybody was.
Did you
So I
have
was like, no.
you have difficulty breathing?
Yeah, I have asthma really bad, so I have to kind of be extra careful. Even going to somewhere and getting checked out is kind of a risk for me, so it's tough.
My brother got pneumonia, and now he's got it again. And he went to the doctor, and they tested him, and he doesn't have the virus. But
Yeah.
they said to him that the flu and pneumonia are actually worse than that. They kill you more.
Yeah. I have 2 fans actually that work in the COVID wards, and they know how bad it is. They're in Midwest or the South more.
Yeah.
But when people say it's fake, it's not fake.
It's not fake.
You know.
It's not. They're saying the only people that really actually kills is people that have underlying condition, like are not healthy or like sick, like that.
Yeah, older. Yeah.
So like if you're like you have cancer or something, or and you're really weak and you get that can kill you. But
Yeah.
I mean,
So can the regular flu too. It's depends how bad.
The regular flu can kill you even if you don't have underlying conditions. That's the thing they were saying. The flu is actually worse and pneumonia is because you don't have to have that. You can that can kill you without having underlying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I had. I must have had the flu because I didn't want to play any more shows after that. That was in February. I played one more in February, then they shut everything down. And I went to that show and I said, I have COVID-19. I was still getting over the flu. And I said, and a week later, they shut everything down. They shut Rhode Island down. They shut me. I'm like, wow. I said, it's coming here. And I was just fooling around saying it, and it did.
It's fine. I played a gig 2 weeks before everything shut down. February 14th on my birthday. It was like Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
And that was my last gig at a concert hall. And I was teaching lessons at a guitar store, and I quit I quit the week before this happened.
Can you still see me like this, Shah, right? Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Yep.
So you're Aquarius like me.
Yeah.
I'm February 2nd.
Okay. I got you beat though. Mine's on a holiday.
I know.
I don't get all that stuff when you're like, what are you, Aquarius or whatever? I'm like, I don't know. I'm February. Valentine's.
My last gig was the same thing. It was February 28th, and that was the end of it. And it's like, but I mean, I was always worried about gigs even before all this happened. I used to think the problem with me with gigs is, I mean, you probably obviously encountered this. Like if you're not like on a big stage and you're behind the scenes, you have like Dan rooms, you come on stage, you play, and you go back and you pack your stuff and you leave. If you're playing these little small places, like you can interact with fans and people that are not even just go there. And I'm nothing against that, but the problem with that is most of those people drink and they're spitting everywhere. You know, and this is before COVID, and I always had a problem with that. And they don't allow smoking. This the other place did, and that always bothered me. That always was worried about that. Because the last show I did get sick way before that, and I try to avoid people because when they're talking, you can't hear them. And you go, "Oh, what'd you say? What'd you say?" And before you know it, they're all so yeah, it's like there, and all the germs are going right on you. So I always had a problem, which I was always worried about shows and people touching my stuff. I'm like, "Oh, you just touched my stuff. Did you touch anything else?" I'm like, "Don't touch my stuff." Sort of like you said, you worry about germophobic because you don't think you're touching something that someone touched, and you touch your face, and that's it. And it's like
I know I would go whole gigs where I'd shake I don't know how many hands and stuff, and then sell merch, and then you know go to the backstage, and then you know whatever, just flying all over the place like you normally do. And it's like one thing with me that got me is because I'm a singer. When it's loud and you're trying to interact with the fans in a concert setting, I can't talk at that volume. You know, for 3 hours with whoever, you know what I mean? So that was always like, it's always hard because it's like you don't want to say I don't want to talk to you, but your voice gives out. It just doesn't exist, you know?
You have to keep your voice ready because if you start talking loud, it's going to ruin your performance because your voice.
Yeah.
Most people
I learned after a couple of years to not really, because before then I would go around before the gig and really talk to everybody, people I know, people I didn't know. But I learned to do that either after or just kind of a little bit, you know, because you have to. Now a guitarist, I would probably, I'd just be like, I don't care.
They come up to me. They know they see me and they come up to me before the show, after the show, and then I can't be like you said, I hate to say I don't want to talk to you, so I talk to them, and I end up talking anyways. So it's like I'm it's sort of like that's how I am. So I try to be nice, but a lot of times I can't hear them, and I'm just going yeah, and then I'll go, what'd you say? And then I say, if I get closer before you know it, and I'm like, uh-oh. So,
or they're drunk and you don't really understand what they're saying.
That's the thing.
You know.
Drunk, so.
Yeah.
I don't drink.
Yeah, I mean, I think even if things go back to normal, that I'll probably still go in at certain points with masks and stuff like that, because even like I said, because I have asthma and stuff, it's whether it's the weather or because I have to say I can't play with fog and all that kind of stuff. I go, you got to turn the fog off and all that, but even if the building smells, I mean, that helps. It helps everything really in that sense.
Basically my father's got asthma, like he does a spray, so I have a lot of I'm allergic to mold, everything, the cats, so I know what you're talking about with pollen and stuff. I'm 24/7 allergies. When I go to a certain building, it affects me, so I know what you mean. It's like your asthma is even, obviously it's worse because you can get filled up and you can't breathe, so
then you end up in the hospital. You end up in the hospital. You can't sing for weeks or something, it's.
So you probably should wear a mask. Yeah, I would. I'd be wearing a mask, especially at places that are like. That's why they got stricter with the places. They cut down after that big fire, that big thing. Remember that thing that happened back in the station fire in Providence?
Yeah.
Rhode Island. There?
Yeah. I think that was Great White or something. I think.
After that, they kind of went after everything. A lot of places closed, and nothing's really been. People don't realize. I think it's just the internet that's kind of killed live shows in a way. That kind of had a lot to do with it. Believe it or not, it's not just the internet, because people realize you go in a place, you can that whole place was full with soundproofing that was fireproof. That wasn't fireproof. That was flammable. Yeah. And if it was Great White that did, they shouldn't have brought flammable material or flammable flames. I think they brought effects in that are flammable in a small place like that, because the sparks are going to light everything up, and that's why they don't have that anymore. I mean, they totally changed everything, the way people play and what goes on. That's why everything's kind of strict, even before COVID was happening. You notice that things are different. That's why, because that happened. 100 people died within real fast. The whole thing just burnt right up because all that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I seen the footage on the internet of that. I think it's been on TV too a couple times.
Yeah.
You think You think ticket sales will be higher now because there'll be less people because they have to?
I don't know, maybe because I think one good thing I like that's coming out of this, I mean, there's two things going on. Like I said, the internet. This was going to happen anyways. I'll be honest with you. I predicted this years ago. I've been saying this to people for the last 5, 6 years, and they said I was crazy. I said at some point, no one's going to go to shows. It's going to be live shows online or some kind of thing like I was getting to drive-ins. They want to bring drive-ins back. That's a great
Yeah,
idea. I love
we've
it.
been doing that here.
Yeah, drive-ins are awesome. That's going to be the thing. Drive-ins. Bands are going to do drive-in. They're either going to be on a stage where people are in their cars, or they're going to be filmed, live, virtual, like on a screen,
Yeah.
and you're going to see
I
the.
do like the cubicle idea. They got these cubicles, and
Yeah,
a waitress would come around and
yeah.
get people beers or whatever. And
I think that's the future. I think that's what's going to happen. I think.
I like that because I don't like
Too.
being next to 10 sweaty people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
No,
some guy with hairy armpits and stuff. Yeah, man.
exactly. So I'm all
Heads up in your face.
I'm all for that. That if the live shows come back, because Metallica just played a show, they're playing virtual shows at drive-ins, and other bands, other people are doing it, and it's working out
Yeah.
great. So that they might charge more for that, like you said, because it's a drive-in, and they need, and I think so. If that's the case, it's probably worth it because you can sit in your car, you can watch it, you don't have to worry about people next to you. You can see the whole screen, and for the band, it's better too. They're more safer. They still get across, and people, if the sound is really good, you can see, and the way they got the screens out, they're all like virtual. Eventually, you're going to have virtual reality too. They already kind of have it, they just haven't released it. You're basically going to be like, we're talking right now, we're basically going to be talking right next to each other, but we're not there. That's going everything's based on technology. That's what's driving.
Yeah.
So that's why we're doing this right now because of the internet. Like I said, our music's still online because of the internet. That's why I can't complain. People say, "Oh, I hate the internet." I'm not complaining. I think the internet's an incredible. I think it does. It's a catch. What's that thing? A double-edged sword. Is it like, oh, the internet just music?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because it used to be a tool, right?
Yeah.
It was a tool to do video, to do music, whatever it is. Like my recording program is a tool. It's not a social media website.
That's right.
But now they want you. I bet you someday your recordings aren't even going to be private, where you have to log into a server where people can see you in real time, like doing everything. And that's just like Steel Central, because they can just take. You know what I mean? You're like, you don't want that out. You don't want it out yet.
I don't think that's too far. You want, when it's done, you want to release it, or you want to show footage of you filming it, or recording it. Like they have that, like Metallica did that with that movie they made.
Yeah, I mean that's great, but not while you're doing it. Not like.
You don't want to see scenes like that because there's going to be so many mess ups and swears and things going on and people arguing.
They'll probably love it because it'll be like a reality show. That's the only thing is everyone's feed, I always say, is a newspaper's feed. It's like we all have our own magazine feeds, and there's a million of them.
Yeah.
So it's like the problem is like you said, double edges. Who do you watch? Who do you listen to? Where's the truth? And like it doesn't have the same effect, right? Like say we were doing this on a local TV talk show, right? It was 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
All these people are tuned in there. To me, they view it as we're telling them who is the next guitarist, who's the next band, that sort of thing. Where now it's up to you, and it's up to your mind, it's up to where you find stuff. Yeah. And we're not as big as we used to be. You know what I mean? Musicians in general.
Because it says the world, because of technology. And that actually, you're right, because back in the 1980s, that was probably the last decade, and some of the 90s too. Like if you went on you went on a talk show on Channel 5 or CNN or Fox, the whole world is seeing you. Say, here's Frank, here's Gia, here's this one, here's their new band, here's their new music. And people are going to say, oh, wow, I saw you guys on CNN or Fox, and I'm going to go buy your CDs, and I'm going to go check it out. You guys are awesome. We're going to go to the shows. Now, me and you doing it now, it's like, we're doing the same thing, but at a smaller scale, because we don't have that coverage. We're not on CNN. We're not on Fox.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even if you do, though, I notice it's like, oh, I seen you on Fox.
Yeah.
And then there's birds chirping.
Yeah, I know. So it's like that's the loss of the internet in that aspect. The bad thing too is like live shows back then. You could go play live shows. People would actually come and see you because people tell me that back in the day, everyone would come and see shows because you had no. I mean, there was no internet. People, well, let's go out to a show. Let's go out there. Let's go to a game. Now it's like, why should I go to a show? I just go on YouTube, click on this, go to Facebook, and watch them play live. I'm not going to leave my house. I'm going to sit here.
At least now everybody misses it. You know, everyone misses it and they want to go out. So that's a plus.
That's a plus for now, but that's like because it hasn't happened. But that's going to like because the human condition is always the easy way out. Like I'm not going to go in my car and drive. I'd rather stay in my home and watch it on video. So the thing is, if they can do something where, which is starting to do, like the copyright thing, like, and the good thing about there's a bad, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. Like I would never, if it wasn't for the internet, I would never have any. Like back in the day, if you weren't signed to a major label, you'd never get any endorsements. You wouldn't get any. Now you can do.
You can get anything.
You had no fans. The only fans you had was the fans when you played out at shows locally, and you get your CDs or tapes back then. You had to mail.
Yep.
You had to go to local radio stations. Can you play my song? And they play it what time? At 9 o'clock at night when no one's listening. Now you got internet radio stations, college stations, and commercial stations that are playing out the music. And I see it, and I'm like, wow, and I hear it, and that's awesome. You never would get that back then, unless you were like a major label. So,
honestly, too, that's only been in the last 10 years because 10 years ago.
Let me plug my.
What was that?
My phone's already going dead. Wow.
Oh, plug it in. Well, we got about 10 minutes left. So.
You see this? Wow. Well, I got an iPhone 6, so I got to get a new phone. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, I think the internet's in the long run is better for people to get themselves out there. It makes the independent musicians known. Back then, very hard for independent musicians to get known. You had to sign with a major label. You had to know people. Yeah. Probably, obviously, got to know somebody. But I mean, you can make a name for yourself like you did, I did, and other people online, like with your music, Reverb Nation, Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah.
And most of the money, like people say, oh, you make money at live shows. It's like, to be honest with you, I've made more money online. I've made more money like with royalties, people playing the songs, the YouTube videos. I didn't make any money. Like that. Another thing, and I hate to say this about clubs. I'm not saying I want them all to close, but I see them on Facebook complaining, oh, our club's going to close. We can't play shows. Come and support us. I'm like, well, wait a minute. Did you support original bands when we played there? Like you want us to pay to play. When we did bring,
that's right.
Hey, so it's like, and you want us to come there and help you, and you want us to feel sorry that you're going to go out of business because of COVID. It's like, well, what about the original bands that broke their ass, lugging their equipment to your stage? Think about this: to your stage, set up. Your sound guy was a complete jerk, gave us a lousy sound, then told us to get off the stage, and we didn't get paid. Really? I'd rather stay home and get paid. And obviously, you're probably with
run my own sound and my own guitars.
Exactly. You're probably with like BMI or something like that, ASCAP. So if you know, you can type in, you can get paid through them through the shows you do. They actually paid me through some of the shows I did. I did it. I sent the songs and I did, and they sent me some money. And I said the place I played gave me nothing, and we had people there. It's like, so in a way, I don't feel sorry. I mean, what about the original artists that write their songs, bust their ass, record, do videos, go out and play shows? That's a lot of work. Then promote themselves. Yeah. When you go to a show, nothing. You know, it's like.
That's true, because a lot of these venues and stuff, I mean, I've did it where you've had to sell tickets or you had to buy on or it was free, sort of.
Yeah.
Like you said, I didn't really think about until you just said it, because I'm like,
I think about
you know, I've seen those posts and stuff, but it is really hard because I've gotten treated really bad as well, and it's kind of like
join the club. We all did, because we're original artists, and they don't respect. No, I'm saying every club, like some of the club owners really love the music, but they don't own the club, and they got to go by what they say. They go on like, well, we have to survive. We need to bring in people for drinks, and I'm like, you have people for drinks. Like, do you realize the band breaks their ass? The band like has to lug that equipment down, has to perform. That's basically a job. That's a lot of work to perform on stage in front of people, and then you're not getting a good sound, and they don't care. That's total disrespect. That's like basically thumbing, like giving us the finger. Like, screw you guys. I don't give a shit. Get out
I know.
stage, and that's very disrespectful, and I never liked it. So in that aspect, I don't feel sorry, and I know people will see this and say, "Well, I'm not. I'm sticking up for original artists like me and you. We were not treated right, so the internet treats me better. I get paid from the internet. I get royalties from Baby, from BMI, because people play my songs on the radio, which should be both of us should be getting that. Any original artist that does their work, gets their songs played, should get paid, because that's a job.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of work that goes into write a song, to record, to make it come out good. I mean, what is this? Like, oh, that's like going to paint a house for nothing. It's like, I'm going to paint your house. I paint houses for a living, but I'm not.
It's for exposure. It's to expose your painting company so you can get more jobs.
Yeah, but not to get paid, though.
No, but it's exposure. You'll get your name. You know, there's two things. So I haven't talked about it a lot, but people out there, music industry is very up and down. I don't know where it is now.
Yeah.
But I realize, so do you go for the living, or do you go for, you know, I want to be the next Kelly Clarkson? Because that's totally different.
Yeah. That's
every opportunity, broke, exposure. Yeah. Where the other way that I've done both. Now I'm thinking smarter is the smarter route. And it's like, eventually you need to make money at it, especially if it's like, you know, I'd be the first person to say, yeah, my music sucks or something. Like I can,
yeah, I say the same thing.
You know what I mean? There's a certain level of that.
You have to do it because you enjoy it. That's number one. You're not like, I never wanted to be the next big thing. The farthest I wanted to get with it was when I did my first band before this one. I had my old singer and stuff. We used to talk about, I said, I just want to be on the national level. We call it national circuit. Like, get signed to a label, be on a national circuit with major bands at like Hampton Beach Casino place. I never want to like be like a super.
Just cool, yeah.
And get known, be in soundtracks and movies and stuff and whatever, and be on festivals and make a decent money. I wasn't trying to be rich off it. And at least I gave it a shot, and people know who I was or am, and they respected my music and playing or whatever, and that was it. I wasn't trying to be the next big thing, and I never, even now, I'm not trying to even do, like, the money I do get is not enough to, it's like I do other stuff, but it makes me feel better when I do get it. I'm like, wow, people appreciate it. I don't expect, you know, you have to basically know people, like you said. It's very corrupt. The music,
yeah.
Definitely corrupt.
You got to get creative. I mean, I was just playing out for a while, just making money off of live shows, and it wasn't enough. So I branched out into recording and mixing and guitar lessons and acting on the side. And I'm doing these interviews for a new magazine, New York State Magazine. I'll be jumping over there and doing these for them. And it's like, everyone's like, well, you're a man of many hats. And I go, I have to. There's no other choice. I would love to just write songs and call it a day.
You gotta be, like we were saying earlier, you gotta promote yourself. You gotta build your pages up. I try to tell people that, like, when people tell me, like, when I was the label thing, like Slip Trick, like some bands I asked questions before I signed. I said, well, how are they as a label, blah, blah, blah. I mean, everybody does that. Some bands came back, oh, they're awesome. Other bands said, oh, they're not so good. But it's like, I'm not blaming the bands. Everyone has a different experience. But a lot of bands don't realize, and honestly, like, you have to build yourself up yourself. You can't expect to, like, go online, make pages up, right? And go, go to a label and say, sign me. And let them do all the work, because that's a lot of work to build people's pages up on something.
Yeah. Not only that, what I run into is people that I record that are just starting out. They don't even know how to copyright. They don't know how to release it on like CD Baby. They don't know how to do the BMI.
No.
They don't know how to email the files. They don't know all of that stuff. And I'm like, you know, I learned it all by myself. I go, you kind of got to learn it and put the time in and the research and all that. And I mean, somebody could hire me, and I go, you could hire me and I could do it for you, but I really don't want to, you know, because it's a lot of time. And it's
because you don't have the time. That's a lot. You just answered the question. It's a lot of work. Like, I know a lot of people don't understand about like protecting the music. Like when you notice, here's a good example. When you put something on YouTube, like a video, and someone shares it, and it shows the credits, it shows CD Baby Licensing, BMI, Centric Publishing, Orchard Music Publishing, whatever label.
Yeah.
That's all protected. That means the person that did that went through the right avenues to protect their music. A lot of bands don't do that. Now,
No.
the Flip Trick will do it for people, which is cool. You know, but a lot of you should do it automatically. You can do it with them and yourself too, both. Or you should automatically know how to do it. You know, like you should be able to do it yourself. Copyright, BMI, ASCAP, CD Baby, TuneCore, whatever it is. You know, and they don't. A lot of people just don't want to get involved because it's like file things. Like there's things I don't know about files. There's certain things I can't. I'll ask someone else. Like filing music is simple. I know how to do that. It's certain other things like they wanted a cover for the single CD Baby, and I had Wes end up doing it. We ended up picking a cover. I said, Wes, can you send it to this person he knows that does it.
Certain size, certain resolution, certain frame, everything.
I got into that, and I said, look, I'm going to be here forever figuring this out. Why don't I just let them do it? I pay them. It wasn't that much money. I have other things. I don't have time. I said, it got done. Yeah. That was it. And I said, here, I sent them the other thing. I sent it to Sliptrick. So certain things like that, I'll let them do because I said I was never really. I'll find a photo or something. I said, can you edit it for me? Because I'm not big on that. That's a few things I don't do, but most of the stuff I do myself. A few things I do. That's one of them. And you know, obviously editing the video, I'll pick the parts out. Like we had nothing but problems finding video guys. Like the last couple of video guys, it was great. Then they disappeared. So we bought our own system. My engineers learn it. I'm thinking about getting Final Cut from Apple because and she's got DaVinci, and they're all good. But like you said, that's really a lot of time and work. Like my engineer, I don't know if he's got the time to do it. I don't even know if I have the time to do it because on top of recording music and writing music, and then I do solid. I work for my dad. I do real estate, stock market, running around. I get tired at night. Then I got to go on and start editing videos, and I got to record my songs. I got to go online and do the. Luckily, like Sliptrick. Yeah. In West.
And then you got to think about your bio, and you got to think about all these little things that take a million years. Even like how can my Facebook thing, like the about section, like how can it look neater, and how can I refine certain things? And
I get confused with that because sometimes they change it, and you're there forever trying to figure that out. I'm like, what the hell did they just do?
Yeah. And you got the purpose thing, like the perfect thing, and the format is changed. And you're like, well, it doesn't fit now. It doesn't even look right,
It doesn't fit right.
Crazy.
The cool thing about the past couple of months with Sliptrick is they have a promotion company. They must work with them. And when we got the sign-in, we haven't even, released anything yet with them. But they did huge promotion. It was really cool seeing it in West has, too. It's really helped me out that I can take a step. Oh, it's about time. I can actually step back and not worry about promoting. Someone else is doing it. I'll share it because that's all I've been doing, like 24/7. Yeah. You're talking like
you got to worry about all the research and the looking up and everything else. But
12 pages if you really.
We got only a couple minutes left, just so you know, because there's an hour limit on here.
Okay. Yeah. I talk a lot.
It's all right. So you're from Massachusetts again. Check out, you have The Ladder. The band is Devil in the Mist.
Yeah.
All right. And there's going to be a music video October 23rd. Yeah. What's the name of the song?
Mercy.
Yeah. Somebody's going to get killed. Yeah. Cool.
And you can check out, you have all the links, I think, right? You can go on YouTube and check out all the videos of.
Well, yeah, tell everybody, give them the spiel.
Oh, yeah, you can check out GIA. That's my other project, Instrumentals. That's on my YouTube page. Just go to GIA, and those videos and Devil in the Mist is on there. You can go on Facebook, my name, the band name, Devil in the Mist, GIA, Instagram, LinkedIn, Reverb Nation, both pages, GIA and Devil in the Mist. You can find all that. I miss Twitter, and I think that's it. I think that's all the pages, and I got a fan page on Facebook, and
yeah, I saw that.
Like 5 pages on Facebook. I didn't even get a pet page, but that's not for the music. So yeah, they can check all that out, and the new video's coming out at the end of October through Sliptrick. So we're excited about that, and we'll be doing, we're gonna try to do a live virtual performance. I think at my engineer's house, his studio. Yep. So maybe after the video, we're thinking, not before. To keep, right after we'll do a live thing. A couple weeks later. I think before might kind of. I'm trying to keep. That's why I don't put live. Like, if you notice with me, I don't put live videos too much of me playing. You know why? Go on Facebook and YouTube. How many people are doing that? It's like,
True.
I mean,
Well, you want to do it too much. You kind of want to limit it to the experiences that you want to, you know, whether it's a show or like it'd be like me going on every single day
yeah.
doing this. I'm talking every day. They wouldn't tune in anymore.
Well, I had another reason why I haven't done this because I have to update. I'm thinking of like either having my engineer do it or myself. I want to update my system where I can play live and be able to like make it sound good because if I do it through my phone, it sounds like crap. So
yeah, I do that with all my recording gear. It's filtered through the computer, and what you hear, you know, when you record is what they hear. But you still have that stream bit rate that's a little lower, you know.
Well,
but
what do you use?
It works.
What do you use for that? Just you just go. You have an interface with that?
Yeah, I mean, I got the whole recording rig. That's probably too long of a conversation.
Do you have Pro Tools like me, or it's like another one? There's Pro Tools and there's the what's the other Apple one?
Yeah, I don't use Pro Tool. I use Sonar Cakewalk I've used them for years, but right now I'm using Zoom for interfaces, and I like that.
Oh yeah.
For right now.
Oh, maybe I'll try Zoom. Yeah.
Steinberg though is the next step. You know why? Because it's true 32-bit you can do. So that's my next one I want to do.
I'll look into that. Yeah. All right, that's what I have to update. So
good. But when it connects when you turn it on, the computer recognizes the audio, and then you just choose that audio source, and whatever the sound is that you have dialed in is the same sound that you're going to hear, you know, on the computer.
So that goes right in your software of the software you're recording with that connects to it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that doesn't even have to be on. Just your interface. Put your interface right on. You're ready to go.
All right. Okay. I gotta.
Yep.
That's what I have to do. That's my.
Yeah, I do that for Zoom meetings. I do it for StageIt.com. I've done it for Facebook shows, and literally, it's going through because I have mics and all the preamps, and then I have a board, and you can hook all your pedals up and all that stuff. So it's really good.
I gotta. That's the next thing I gotta do. Yeah. Then you'll see me do more videos. Not every day, but
yeah. Then it sounds good. It sounds like you're actually playing kind of live. You know, you put the reverb on there like it would kind of sound live.
Yeah.
Kind of in the middle, not too much. I know some people put way too much. It's like, all right, dude, it's too much.
No, that's what I'm looking for. A live I'm playing live and I'm getting a good sound. That's why I don't like when you said you want. If I do, it's gonna come out of my phone. I'm gonna sound like I'm in a can, and I'm like, oh, it's like. Then I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, I did that.
Yeah.
The way it sounds, I can't play. It's like I don't like when you don't like the sound. That's it. It's like.
Sometimes I like the cruddy sound. Sometimes it covers certain things, you know.
Well, it does, but not the can sound. You know that when you feel like you're coming out of a can.
Oh, no.
In can sound.
It's too thin. Too thin.
That's the problem. So, but yeah, this was great.
Well, I appreciate coming on. I always say that the interviews are 30 minutes, 40 minutes, but I end up going an hour every time for some reason.
It's not just me. Okay, I thought I made you.
No, but no, we just everybody, like I said, we just get talking. It's very informal because a regular interview, I'd have a list of questions, and it would be like the ones that we do, you know, on the air and stuff, very dry sometimes. Yeah, but
it's fun. I've done videos like this before, like interviews and in live interviews, like without like not with video, but like it's the same. It's I always have a lot of fun doing them. It's cool.
Yeah,
you know,
it's different.
I enjoy it. I mean, I think it's cool. So
So let me know when you guys release something, and when I do some more, maybe next year, because I want to have some repeat guests on. And I know you're from Massachusetts, but maybe I can try to sneak you guys into the magazine too somehow.
Which magazine is it you're talking about?
New York State magazine.
Yeah, I would do it definitely. Yeah, just say we're from.
Okay.
I mean Boston. I mean basically. I mean I grew up outside of Boston, so.
Yeah.
So.
Might be able to. I'll run it past because we got season 1 booked, so we're looking for people for season 2 if it keeps going.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm definitely in. I mean, keeping up to date with your movies, I'm interested in. I like that too.
I'll send you some links to my fan film stuff I got now, but I've got a 6K camera that I bought, so I'm going to be doing.
Oh wow.
Well, when everybody can get together, I'll be doing a lot more too.
And I want to say your music is great. I love your voice and the stuff you're doing. It's really good. I listen to some of it. It's good. I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's a little to me, it's a little different. It's hard rock, it's rock and all that, but it's not so like where it's metal or it's too heavy or it's too light.
Anytime you want to collaborate or you want me to do something with you, let me know because I like your stuff. It's good. I like your voice. It's good.
All right, I'll make a little pocket somewhere in a song, and you can throw something in.
Yeah, I would love to. I like what you're doing. It's I can understand it. It's like you just said. I have nothing against people that do death metal, but there's too much of it. There's too much of the
No.
I hear someone sing. So
I'm very 3 Days Grace, and like you said, Daughtry, Metallica. You can understand all that stuff. You know?
I want to understand what the person's singing. So
yeah,
you know.
So yeah. Anytime I'll do some guitar or bass or something if you ever need it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I remember first hearing about you from that station in England. Actually, Radio. You know what I'm talking about?
Wigwam. Yeah. I won the Artist Award of the Year.
Yeah, I was nominated Best Female one. I think it was 2018. But then
yeah, same year.
Yeah, oh, it was the same year. Okay.
I beat you at it.
Yeah.
They're good though. They're great. They're a great radio station.
They always play my stuff. Yeah, I mean, they did for a couple of years now. Like the last couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I think Wes is friends with them. I think he sends the stuff there. But yeah, that's one of the many stations that plays music, puts us on playlists and stuff like that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and you get the royalties from it. A lot of the internet stations you don't, but I think that one you do.
You do.
So it's
It's supposed to.
It's cool.
They're not supposed to be doing that, you know. A lot of them get shut
down. Yeah, I know.
So that's for us, you know. But I'll let
you.
I'm probably spending your time for 2 hours now.
That's all right. I've got like 9 interviews this week I got to do for the magazine. So this is my warm up. Get ready.
That's good. Warmed you up.
All right. Yeah. So hopefully I'll have you back on and we'll collaborate on something.
Yeah, and I'll keep you informed as this gets closer to get released, and keep me informed. We'll keep talking, definitely. Yeah, I'm open to.
All right.
And your movies too. I like movies too, so.
All right, maybe I'll kill you off one day in a movie someday.
All right, that sounds good. Yeah.
All right, that's what I love. I go, you got to just kill me off. Any movie, I go, can I die?
Boy, did he want to die in Star Wars? Did you know that? He wanted to die in The Empire Strikes Back, but he finally did in Force Awakens, I guess. Yeah, he killed him.
Yeah, I mean, he squeaked out 2 other movies, you know.
Yeah, I didn't like the sequels as much. I mean, they're all right.
I like the first one. The Force Awakens was really good.
That was good, but the next 2, I don't like the way they changed it. Like, I don't know what the hell they did there. I don't know.
Disney-fied. That's what I call it.
What's it called? Disney-fied?
Disney-fied. That's what it is. Well, the 8th one to me was a comedy, and the 9th one, I did like it. It was just the director had to pick up pieces from the comedy one, and so it made it suffer.
Well, they had the Emperor still alive, so that didn't make any sense to me. Yeah.
No, but I like seeing him again. I like the Emperor.
He's
cool.
Fun. They should have brought Anakin Skywalker back, though. That was my problem.
My thing is they should have did a cloned Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's right. That would have been cool.
The kind that he could actually take his mask off and he didn't go through all the burning thing.
That's right.
You know?
That would have been a good idea, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because he's a clone, everybody.
You should have said that.
They're going to steal everything now.
Probably.
All right. You guys have a good evening, and thanks, folks, for tuning in. I'll be doing a few more of these on my stuff. I got 2 of my producers I worked with throughout the years left, and but it's going to be a little more sporadic because I have the other magazine I'm doing. But I'll see you guys soon. We'll be putting live music up and all that good stuff, new music videos, and just stay positive out there and keep busy. Catch you later.
All right, see you later. Bye.
See ya.